Jeff, I think the first thing I want to know is I looked down the number of minutes you've played, and 3 times this year you've played 110 minutes. That's a lot of soccer. How's your body at this point in the season?
It's kind of the point where I'm pretty sore. We only have 1 day off a week, so after playing that many minutes a weekend, we get pretty tired, and some of the other players that maybe don't play as much, they aren't quite as tired, so our coach pushes us just as hard as them, so we start to feel fatigue, and at this time of the season especially, I'm starting to get pretty tired and kind of wanting to break a little bit.
Sure. Well, you know, just a couple of years into your college career, is there a huge difference between playing at the college level physically and playing at maybe the high school level?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of the kids in high school when you played aren't quite as big, for example, so you have to be ready to play against people that are a lot bigger than you. Also, you have to play at a quicker pace, so you have to be able to be faster, stronger. And in high school, a lot of the times you got more subs than you do in college, so we wouldn't play the whole 90 or even 110 minutes, so it's a lot different in that aspect.
Where did you go to high school? I know you're from the St. Louis area, but where did you go to high school?
I went to Winsville Holt.
Okay, right. And what did you play in the back at the high school level, or were you more up front or mid?
Sophomore year, I started as the lone center back. We played a 3-4-3, so I played center back. Now here at Jewell, I play right back, so it's a little different. But
you did play defense, though, in the back row.
Yep.
What's it like playing in a 3-man back row?
It's a lot harder, a lot more work. You have to be able to rely on only 2 people instead of 3 people if you mess up. We had to also rely more on our midfielders to get back and help us out in that aspect. And there was a lot more shots on goal with 3 defenders there was 4, so you also have to rely on your goalie quite a bit more too. So.
Lauren Ryan was our guest during the halftime of the women's game, and I asked her, what's the fun part about being a defender? What do you love about being a defender?
I like the aspect of where if I make a big save, I feel like I really contributed to the team, whereas if you're offense or midfield, you don't get that as much because you have to get a goal to feel that or get an assist or something like that. But with defense, all you got to do is just like stop somebody, and you feel like you really contributed to the game. So
you were talking about speed and quickness and a couple other things a minute or so ago. What's the most important attribute that a defensive back has to have?
Athleticism. We have the way our coach likes us to play our formation. We have to get up and down the field every single play. When we're on offense, he wants us up in the play, being able to cross the ball in or even take a shot, and then we got to sprint back on defense as soon as possible so we can stop the counterattack. So
even though you like to play defense and contribute to those saves, do you like pushing forward? Do you like every once in a while being aggressive and working your way up? Because I can remember a couple of times seeing you way up the field.
Yeah. That's not my game per se. Trevor Pintola, our left back, he likes to get up into the play a lot more and get the ball. I'm more of the defensive wing back. I do like getting up, but it's not my strong suit, so I don't like doing it that well because I mess up quite a bit when I do that kind of stuff. So,
well, you got to go with your strengths, right?
Exactly.
Talking about high school leads me to want to know what brought you to Jewell. What did you like about Jewell? What made you decide to come here?
First of all, I like how small it is. I didn't think I would be able to study and succeed academically in a big school like Mizzou or anything like that. So that was a big factor. And then I obviously wanted to play soccer, and so when Jefferson said that I could play here, that was also a big part of it. So. Well,
you've come in and contributed right from the very beginning. How difficult is it to be a soccer or any athlete and go to school at Jewell?
The teachers are pretty lenient with you. They all know that athletes like school just as much as they like their sports, so they help us out quite a bit. We have to, Jefferson makes sure we don't miss class if we don't have to. He never lets us miss school for practice or anything like that. So that's good. But then on the weekends, we'll leave on like a Friday, have to miss school, and the teachers are really good with getting us the work that we need to make up and give us a couple extra days to get the stuff done. But it is a big time commitment. So.
You seem like a kind of a quiet guy. And our men's soccer team over the years has been full of crazy, outrageous guys. How do you fit into that kind of dynamic? And do you let it go when you're on the field? Or are you a different person on the field than you are, say, sitting here in the studio?
I don't know. I feel like when I get on the field, even as a sophomore, I kind of think of myself as like one of the leaders on the team. I like to speak up and tell people what I think they're doing wrong, and I like to get that feedback as well. And then as off the field, I feel like I'm a leader also, but maybe just not as vocal. I kind of like to do it just one-on-one kind of thing.
Sure.
I do like to talk to a big group of people, but being on the field and being off the field is completely different to me. So.
Yeah. What's your plan after graduation? What do you want to do with your life and your education?
I'm an accounting and economics major, so I'm planning on getting a job at a firm, hopefully. And then,
making a lot of money?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Hopefully get my CPA
Good.
and join a CPA firm. So.
Tell us a little bit about your family.
I got my mom and my dad, Pam and Jeff Nickel, and then I got 2 little brothers, Jacob and Josh, and then I have a dog, Teddy.
You do?
So
okay.
both my little brothers used to play soccer. One of them quit to play basketball instead.
Okay.
So that was kind of disappointing. But my little brother, he's 10, and he took my soccer number and starting to play defense just like me. So
nice.
I feel like I'm kind of a role model for him. So that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Do your mom and dad get a chance to see you play very often? Are they able to come to matches?
Yeah. They were actually up here last weekend. It's like about a 4-hour drive to come up here from St. Louis. So they come when they can, but probably about 2 or 3 times, if that.
When this season concludes, you'll be halfway through, at least that's what we assume. What do you want to accomplish the rest of the way as a Jewell soccer player?
Beginning this year, my goal was to make it to the conference tournament, and as of right now, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. So next year, and especially my senior year, that's going to be what I strive for, whether I'm a captain or not. I want to be able to help the team grow and be able to accomplish that goal because I think that's really cool to do.